Tosohatchee. Been here before, but we have a specific destination that we're gonna go check out today. Back when Hurricane Ian came through, the berm that is down the power line road where Jim's Creek crosses washed away the berm. In addition to that, the integrity of the wooden bridges was compromised. So it'll support foot traffic, but it probably wouldn't support vehicle traffic. That's all going to be redone by county, and it may take a few more years before they can actually do all the repairs that are necessary down power line road. But we're going to go check that out today. Tosohatchee has a wealth of information and brochures at their check-in station. Got a very clear sign. You pay here, entrance fee required, $3 per adult, or $1 per adults on a foot or bicycle. All of the paperwork is right here. You take it, you put your money in, you drop it in there, and it's covered. That goes to maintaining these facilities and making sure that it is staffed properly, repairing the roads, and even monitoring. So make sure that you sign in, make sure that you have your ticket. You can get an annual pass for wildlife management areas. There'll be a link below, and that way you're covered for the whole year. It's a really good thing, and it covers the wildlife management areas in Florida. In addition to that, there is permitting necessary for a lot of the wildlife management areas. Some of them are 5 people is fine, but 6 people will need a permit. To get that, you have to contact the Forestry Service or the wildlife management area online and find out where you can get the permit, especially if you're taking other groups out here. Side-by-sides are not allowed out here, but let's go ahead and head out. We're going to take a look, see what we can find. Well, to start with, I see something strange down the road that I don't normally see. Take a look at that. Looks like today they're in the process of doing a prescribed burn. Prescribed burns in Florida are an essential part of keeping the environment natural. Normally, a lightning strike or something could cause a fire, and it could get out of control. So prescribed burns actually help them to control wildfires. That's number one. Number two, there's a lot of invasive plant species that are out in Florida. So the prescribed burn does burn out a lot of those invasive plants, which allows for a little more movement. This, where we're standing right now, is still got some active burns. How to go out on your Jeep and Jeep responsibly. Within any of the wildlife management areas, there are a couple rules that they have and they have set forth. Number one, stay on named and numbered roads. You should be able to look at Avenza and be able to find what trails and what roads you're allowed to ride on. Number two, don't go off the trails. Number one, stay on named and numbered roads. This is not a place in Tosohatchee where you would go on some obstacles. It is a wildlife management area. So you want to make sure that you stay on the roads. Don't go off into fields. Don't go off into ditches. They're not obstacles that are out here, and they will ticket you if they find you off of a named and numbered road. Secondly, if it happens to be raining out here, one thing that they're particular about is not barreling through the puddles. When you do that, it does splash out water and dirt, and then they have to repair the road. So during Hurricane Ian, there was a portion of this road that was closed, this power line road. So you see they barricaded this off. The wooden bridges possibly have had some issues. Now they're trying to determine whether these roads can support traffic anymore. So you can see there's places where they've cut holes, and when there's a real heavy rain, this place gets flooded out. Like the entire area gets flooded out. They may have to rebuild this whole area. They may put culverts in. They may replace the bridges. That's up to the county. But that's not the only reason why this road is closed. You hear that? It's a pileated woodpecker off in the woods. This area is a area that cattle frequent. A lot of the area around St. John's has cattle that roam the area. Side rails are a little rotted. Inspection holes. I did make a stop at the ranger station. Plus I talked to one of the guys who works out here, and they may be changing some of the drone laws. So I'd hope to get some drone footage out here, but right now that may be on hold. I know Withlacoochee has banned all drones. So for now, you can't drive out here, but they said you can walk. So I'm taking a hike. But there's another problem on this road. As you can see, this is an elevated road through very wet area. This area has washed away. The culvert couldn't handle the amount of water coming through from the hurricane, and it just simply washed it all away. That piece of culvert is pretty rusted out. Probably would need to replace that. They're going to have to fill this in and redo this entire area. So this is why the road is closed. Not just the bridges, but this is the washout. They got a lot of work to do to get this back up and open. In the meantime, you can still come out to Tosohatchee. You can still ride around, but you may find out that you can't make the loop that you used to make. I hear a lot of airboats going up and down the St. John's. Sometimes off-roaders have a reputation of destroying habitat. There's a lot of habitat that's just off the road that may have a threatened or endangered species of plants. It might be a plant that is important diet of an endangered species. There may be a gopher tortoise burrow. So they designate that you stay on the roads for a reason. And they do a lot of work out here. It's a wonderful place to come out and go for a ride, and you get to see a lot of cool wildlife. I don't know if you can see them or not, but right in that little area there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gators. Tried to get I tried to get a gator right there, but as soon as I stopped, he just decided he was going to go under. Gators have a natural fear of man, but when they are in mating season or nesting season or have babies, the mama gators can be pretty aggressive. It's best to keep your distance. Used to be that they were an endangered or threatened species. Sometimes people ask me, where can you find gators? In Florida. Is there water? There's probably gators in there. Almost all ponds, lakes, rivers, they almost all have gators in them. Gators are all over. It's natural Florida. There are designated parking areas, and they're numbered. This is number 32. On the map that you can get at the entrance, it'll tell you a little bit of history of different things that are out here. There are roads that may only be open during very specific times of the year, and a lot of them may not be passable. This road right here, it says road closed to vehicles. Do not obstruct roads, gates, or fire lines. So this is blocked off with this PVC pipe, pretty clear, chained and locked. Some of these little side roads, again, will be open. You can hike down this trail if you want, but right now it almost looks like it's set up to be a fire break. You don't want to drive on fire breaks because fire breaks are designed to keep a prescribed burn on one side or the other, and if you drive across it, you could damage whatever the fire break is supposed to do, and then the fire could actually get from one area to another area. Sometimes Fishhole Road floods when there's a lot of heavy rain. It's because Jim's Creek will overflow this whole area. There's a water depth gauge, 3 feet. It's about waist deep for me. I have seen it probably up to 2.5 feet, but when the road is underwater, there's a current going, you don't know if the road is still there. This is Jim's Creek. This is the creek that overflowed, that took out the bridges and did that washout. Right now, it's so slow that all that algae is built up around it. Like somebody decided they wanted to go through this. There's not supposed to be any obstacles out here. Other than the airplanes patrolling the highway on 528, it's pretty peaceful out here. South Mud Lake Road runs along the edge of the Bright Line. That wall, that's the Bright Line train. It'd be kind of cool if you were out here driving down this road and they came through. They built a lot of elevations out here, and that produced some pretty nice little lakes. And this is one of them. So I just got an answer back from a wildlife management representative. Drone use has changed recently on WMAs, that's wildlife management areas. They cannot make contact with wildlife management areas. You have to apply for a special use or other permit in order to fly your drone in WMAs. So that would include any Florida wildlife management area probably. but you would want to call and find out. I'm not sure why this has become a law and why flying out in the middle of the woods has become banned. If you know, please comment below. So just passing that information, don't shoot the messenger. I don't often go down this road. It is a dead-end road, but it does take you to a nice little fishing hole. And just at the end of that road runs parallel to, again, the bright line. So if you're into fishing and you want a little fishing hole, there's one for you. Well, we're at Lake Charlie, and back in January, this entire lake was covered in duckweed. It does look like they have done something to clear it all out to heal it again, but it was wall to wall with hyacinths in here. Well, that's Lake Charlie. Let's get going. Randy's gonna be getting home pretty soon. I ought to probably head on out. This is the end of Powerline Road from Tosohatchee side. And it is a favorite area for people who are fishing. Right now the water level's pretty low. Definitely are some bigger gators out here. Alligators. No swimming. Used to be this road went straight on down the power line. You could do a big loop. With a washout now, you can come down to here and then you have to drive all the way back out the same way you came. Well, that's it for State of the Trails at Tosohatchee. The wooden bridge area is closed, and it will remain closed for a few more years at least, till that gets repaired. There are a couple places where it looks like people have been going off the trail. Please stay on named and numbered roads. Follow Avenza maps if you have to. That lets you know where you're supposed to drive. It is dry. It is dusty. They got some prescribed burns going on out here. But overall, Tosohatchee is a great place to go and ride in your Jeep. It is a stock-friendly ride. There's places to go fishing out here. There's some sightseeing. You will see a lot of wildlife. I saw more gators today than I have seen in a very long time. Also saw an owl, lots of lizards. Didn't see any snakes. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. We appreciate all the people that have subscribed. And if you can, watch the video all the way around. The drone law thing, if you know why you can't fly drones in wildlife management areas, please comment below.